Welcome to one of the league's biggest and brightest venues, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. Here's Harrison Mevis to get this one started. And here we go from L.A. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And leading them out in year 9, no surprises here, partner. It is the two-time MVP Lamar Jackson.
One thing that's pretty cool is I actually got to call Lamar's very first game as a starter at Louisville versus Florida State, and from the first snap, Kate, you just saw a speed different than anybody else I'd ever seen play the position. He may not be as fast as he was then in college, but he still is electric, and man, can he make plays that very few others can.
Connects on one to Jameson Williams. He's brought down after a big play, give him about 19 yards. And that's going to give the Lions the first down.
That is not easy to do in this league. Consecutive, chunk, explosive plays through the air. This defense is reeling. They're on their heels.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First get on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They'll toss it to Gibbs. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture, and one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Throw here, 3rd down. Got it. Complete to Collins. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
18 on the play.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
We've set it down from 37. Play action now with Jackson. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw it. Downfield is fine. St. Brown. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. From the red zone on 1st. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd and 3 now. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he gets home. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs scoring there to end an 8-play drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Sent right down the middle and good. And they go up 7-0 here early.
Rams nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. For the Rams offense, getting out there for their opening drive of the game. Bringing him out and celebrating now a decade in the NFL. This is Patrick Mahomes.
This guy has just rewritten so much of what it means to play quarterback. Kind of like the Steph Curry, quite honestly, of the NFL. Where Steph just changed the game as a three-point shooter, Patrick's done the same at quarterback. He just still has a skill set that very few have ever had playing the position.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Motioning him from the slot right. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Catch me to the right side by Nakua. And out of bounds before he can extend for that marker block, but still a gain of 9. Nicely done on 1st down, 2nd and 1. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. Throwing on 2nd. Mahomes. It's complete to Higbee. They're going to slow him up here after 4, maybe 5 yards. And that's going to set up a Rams first down.
Move the chain! Got to move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Off the play fake. It's Mahomes. Comes up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. One quarter away so far. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They start out 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Blake Corum. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
3rd and long for him here. Right side into the hands of Adams. Oh, and they get it back. The play's still live. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. The first carry now for Kyren Williams. And he'll knife his way through for a pick of the 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Williams. And a good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. They go with Williams on the counter. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
DJ Reed on the tackle. 4 yards.
And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run for Williams. He's going to be hauled to the ground with a first down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Screen here for Williams. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Mahomes throwing here on 2nd. That one complete to Whittington. And give him a gain of about 6 before he steps out of bounds. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Mahomes. Got a man. That's Nakua. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing is Mahomes. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up second and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
On second down, here's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
This opening drive has reached the 5. Can they find 6 now on third and goal? Looking to throw Mahomes. And oh, he got it! Interception! Kirby Joseph picks it.
Hey, Kate, you know as a quarterback, every decision you make's got consequence. Some good, some bad. But that one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4.
So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hanson, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hanson and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports, and we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just one touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. This makes it up to the 25. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. To the air, Mahomes. Hauled in by Adams over the middle. It's a big gain, 19 yards as they finally take him down. And that gives LA the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
1st and 10 now from the 46. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes now. And he's not able to keep a hold of it through that hit. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
To the air on 3rd and long. Pressure's there. They get him. A big loss. Back at the 43. Ali McNeil. And that's going to bring up a 4th and long. 13 to go.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
The Lions offense headed back out, Brock. So let's take a look at their offensive coordinator, Drew Petzing. He's in his first year here with the Lions, but 4th straight as an offensive coordinator in the NFC. He ran the Cardinals offense last 3 seasons. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Let's start on the ground with Gibbs. Taken down after a quality gain, though, 15 yards. And it is 1st down, Detroit.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
All set to go now from the 35. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Again, it's Gibbs. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. It's going to bring a 3rd down.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
No throw, 3rd and long. One complete to St. Brown. And he's got a chunk here, about 14 yards before the stop is made. 1st down coming up.
A gain of 14.
And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. All set to go now from the 35. First down, and they go right back to it. And give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10.
Kind of just feel it, don't you? Trying to close out this game, just keep leaning on that somebody who has produced and made the most of every one of his touches throughout.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Got a man over the middle. It's St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
He and this ground game, Kate, have seen such a steady dose of work. And what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Another one for Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs brought one back earlier and now takes one across. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Bates now for the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they now lead by 14 points.
14. Rams nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. And that will bring up a Rams 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
It's crunch time now, baby. 2-score game, just 2 timeouts, plus, of course, that 2-minute warning. Back to throw, Mahomes. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams losing by 14. The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Now it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball, and because of it, those chains are a-moving.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Off play action, it's Mahomes. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. Aiden Hutchinson. And after that play, it is 2nd and 15.
At the 42-yard line.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Throw reeled in by Whittington. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. So give him, it looks like about 7. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to run for it. He's brought down. Play goes for, it looks like about 11 yards. And that's going to be a Los Angeles 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Oh, they rocked him on that throw, and that's going to take most of the power out of it. Ball doesn't even get back to the line. It is 2nd down.
That incompletion does one thing, Kate, gives everybody a chance to take a little breath really on both sides. And offensively in that huddle, I'm reminding my guys, play fast, but not in a hurry. Play fast, but never rushed.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. Almost another catch on this drive there, but the defender breaks this one up, so it's incomplete. Makes it 3rd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Here he is to throw. Comes the pressure, and they take him down. Got him at the 31. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You could put that sack right into the coverage sack category. You can see the quarterback, he's scanning, right? He's going through his progressions. 1, 2, 3, nobody's open. And then, bam, sack, lunch.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down. Desperation time here. Nakua here. He's got it. And they get the 1st down. How about that? 4th and long. They left him out there, and they get enough to pay off the risk.
Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Huard and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with the foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
And now, faithful, please welcome to the field your 2026 San Francisco 49ers.
Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Piñeiro, to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Brown goes in motion left. Now Allen. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on fourth down, here's Bryce Baringer on to punt for the Patriots. Christian Kirk deep to return it. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Pickens going in motion left. Looking to throw is Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
49ers are counting on Mike Evans to be that valuable veteran who gives them big-time production. Remember, his first 11 years in the league, over 1,000 yards receiving each season.
On play action, here's Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Throwing is Williams. Completes this one to Pickens. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Dancing. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Allen now looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he stopped immediately there. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now 3rd down and 7. To the air, Williams. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And back to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Lamb will go in motion. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion right is Evans. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
taken down.
Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
No gain on the play.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Here's Williams.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mike Evans, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle here to Brown. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing now is Allen.
That is caught by Lamb.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen.
Open man, that's Henry.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. it's Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. A two-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. A solid stiff arm. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Looking to put a drive together. Gets this out wide to Pickens. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Williams going to keep it on the zone read.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. To throw, Williams.
And that is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Jones on the return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Allen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Micah Parsons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Williams from the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Williams. He's got this to Pickens. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2.
That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Looking to throw. Williams. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Eddie Pinheiro on for the Niners field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
We certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, this complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
1st down, Patriots.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Allen. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A gain of 9.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Allen. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
That play call right there shows just how little confidence this coach has in his running game. This was a prime position to keep the ball on the ground, but they kept it in their quarterback's hands. He makes a smart choice to throw it short and move the chains, but it's going to be tough for him now if they have to be this one-dimensional.
Throwing, Allen. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun, they run with Henderson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a two-point conversion.
Here's Allen. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone, and the two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game.
Patriots 8.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara. EA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Now from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
You could really see him work through his progressions after the defense took away his first option. And that's easier said than done, especially when you aren't in the flow of the game yet. That's the kind of decision-making they're going to need all game long.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. But he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Flowers going to go in motion right. Burrow looking to pass. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll run for it with Henry. Bulldozes past him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Henry up the middle. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 19-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Burrow. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Williams. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Evans comes in motion right. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That second down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He dumps it off for Henry. Oh, he bowls over him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a
12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Luke now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it to 26. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Well, they're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Off the play fake, it's Williams. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Pickens going in motion left. To the air, Williams. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Looking to throw is Williams. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing again here, Williams. And this is caught by Evans. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Williams. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Nifty move. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Looking to put a drive together.
To throw, Williams.
And a catch right side by Evans.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Pickens on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers,
Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
and just when the offense seemed to be figuring things out, they have a little bit of a setback there. Finally getting a drive going. They can't let that stop them, especially since they've been shut out this far in.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Williams. He completes it to Evans. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on fourth down, out is Eddie Pinheiro for the Niner field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Williams. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Williams from the gun on third down.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Nate Wiggins.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
The tight end in motion right. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Henry. Down right around the 25. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
A check down here for Henry.
Shrugs him off. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Second down and 8.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Game in hand. The offense takes the knee. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
And this is where the middle part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to 0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.